For some, this 24-hour community clock is going to be a bit different than anything else that you've done. The strategy here is to listen to one recording each day, but not just to listen to it, but to enter into it. Luisa, the woman who originally wrote these meditations, she was a visionary. Jesus appeared to her in 1882, and he showed her each of these 24 hours of his passion, and she wrote it all down in a book. So these meditations are essentially her visions and her response to them. So the goal for us today is to try and visualize what she saw and what she describes, but also to put ourselves there, as if Jesus appeared to us, or as better yet, I guess, if we were there during his passion. Like I said, this is going to be very different for some people because this is meditation, and this is a good thing. It's very different from vocal prayer, though. Many saints considered meditation a higher form of prayer than vocal prayer, but that's only if God is the focal point of the meditation, because then the meditation leads us to a type of contemplation, and that's a state where we contemplate how this meditation pertains to us and what God is saying to us through it. This essentially is a new level of communication with God. Now, it's important to have the right disposition for meditation, so I personally suggest finding a quiet place, a quiet time, maybe putting in headphones, just closing your eyes, then basically just imagining yourself there in each of the scenes that Luisa describes. And when she begins to pray after she describes the scene, just try and unite your prayers with hers. Kind of let your heart pray what she is praying as she prays it. Technically, when a group does a community clock together, each person is assigned an hour to start. Someone will take the 5 to 6 p.m. hour. Someone also take the midnight to 1 a.m. hour. Another person takes the 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. hour, etc., etc. And then that way, Jesus receives continuous prayer for 24 hours. Then you rotate and pray the next hour the next day. And you do this for 24 days so that everyone has meditated on all 24 hours. Ideally, you should try to pray your assigned hour at that exact time. So if you are assigned the 5 to 6 p.m. hour, ideally you would want to try and pray that at 5 p.m. But if you cannot do it that way at that time because of work or sleep, you can pray that hour before work in the morning and just apply it to that time of the day, or before bedtime at night. Now, about the meditations. So at first this might feel a little bit odd or weird. You might feel silly listening to it, or you might think how silly I sound reading it. Either way, you're going to be tempted to think that this whole exercise is utter foolishness. Or you might be all of a sudden inundated by 1,000 other things that compete for your time. And then you might be tempted to just quit doing it. You might get distracted while listening and meditating. You might find it hard to focus. And again, so you might be tempted to turn it off and just quit. But don't. Just try and refocus your mind at that moment and keep going. But be forewarned and expect it. It's going to happen. You will be tempted a million different ways to quit this exercise because the devil does not want you to do it. In this exercise of the 24 hours, you are going to accomplish two things. One, you enter into the passion of Jesus, and so naturally grow closer to him. But two, you create a sort of force field of protection around your home and your community. In fact, Jesus promised Luisa that if just one person did these hours, he would spare that person's city of chastisements and would give grace to as many souls as there are words in the hours that she wrote. So think about that. How many graces could a community or a group of people receive if they did these hours together? So the devil does not want you doing this. So he will attack you by 1,000 different means to try and get you to quit. But do not let him. When you feel the most temptation, persevere all the more because the devil feels threatened. There is no perfect way to do this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The only thing that is required of you is to be present. To be present in mind, body, and soul with Jesus. That's it. So may God bless you during this time, and I thank you for your participation in it. Together, hopefully, we will be able to draw closer to Jesus as a group and call down many blessings on our communities and our families. Thank you.